This is another episode I'm going to enjoy a lot. Hello folks, today we are learning about Randy Rhoads. Hi, I'm Richard Durazo. Now in this video I'm going to watch a section of his performance. I'm going to give you my first thoughts, reactions, and opinions. We'll share some interesting facts, and I'll actually try to talk about Randy's gear and his play style at the end. So stick around, let's get started. So I brought a performance from 1981 where Randy Rhoads was playing live with Ozzy. Let's go ahead and watch. Now my absolute favorite Randy Rhoads technique is that siren sound he makes. He does it in Crazy Train as well. It's really cool. Otherwise his technique is just spot on. Every note's so well heard, none of it's getting muffled. He really is one of the greatest shredders that lived. And his playing is so melodic and interesting. I love Randy Rhoads. He's one of my absolute favorites. Now unfortunately Randy Rhoads did pass away quite young, so finding decent video of him was difficult. I found some cool video like this. But if I didn't tell you that was Randy Rhoads, you might have just thought it was a red blur. Now let's talk about some stories. Back in 1979, Ozzy Osbourne was looking to start a new band. Somebody suggested that, hey, why don't you have Randy Rhoads audition? They got in contact with Randy Rhoads, he walked into the audition with a Les Paul and a practice amp, played a couple riffs, and Ozzy gave him the gig right on the spot. Rhoads was like, you didn't even really hear me. Ozzy was drunk and passed out after that, but he described the situation as if God was entering my life. Randy Rhoads had been getting some attention playing with the band Quiet Riot. And another quick fact about Randy Rhoads, he always got more lessons, and he was always obsessed with getting better. Whenever he was in a new city, he would go out of his way to try to find somebody to learn from. New techniques, new strategies, and you could really see it in how he plays, like just crazy. Very technical, very knowledgeable, and very committed to guitar. Now, I've also talked about this in another video. You can click the link up here for a more in-depth analysis. But Randy Rhoads also unfortunately died when he was only 25 in a plane crash. Basically, he was in a plane trying to do a stunt to graze the tour bus, and they accidentally clicked the bus too hard and the wing broke off. Well, let's talk about gear a little bit. One of Randy Rhoads' main guitars was a Les Paul. Specifically, a 1974 Gibson Les Paul Custom in Alpine White. Another one of his main guitars was a polka-dotted Flying V that he played quite often. It's a very striking image of a guitar and definitely the one I imagine him with the most. Now I'm not going to dive too deeply into Randy Rhoads' playstyle, but if you would like to see that video, leave a comment and I'll be sure to make it. Instead, I just want to talk about one specific trick, the thing I mentioned in the beginning that I thought was so cool, that siren sound he makes when he's playing. Now this is a tapping technique where basically we're going to tap where we want while your left hand bends the string up and down. If you get it right, it'll sound something like... Once again, the goal is to bend the string up to a higher note while we continue to tap the same note. Just in case you're curious, if you do bend and tap at the same time, it will change the pitch. So to practice this, work on bending yourself a full tone up and then a full tone back down. It also works above the nut too if you want to bend the string while you're playing that open section. One of the beautiful things about guitar is the bending and the vibrato. It's something unique that as a guitar player you should remember to utilize. Now that'll just about do it for today, folks. If you enjoyed this video, just hit like. My name is Richard Durazo. I make these videos every Tuesday. If you'd like to see another one, feel free to subscribe, stick around. If you have a musician you'd like to see me do a video on, leave a comment. Otherwise, I will see you all soon. Thank you once again. Oh my God.